Hi, John Dwyer here, and I'm here for Module 3 of our WOW Manifesto Client Attraction System, and hopefully you've enjoyed the first two modules. This one is really important. As I said at the end of Module 2, this is really probably the most important module in terms of putting together a marketing campaign, a marketing plan for your products or services, because it's all about taking their eyes off the price. Now, wouldn't that be wonderful if you could sell your products or your services without ever having to consider price discounting? And if I asked 10 business owners what was their first port of call when they had a dip in sales, they would probably say, we just dropped the price. And you don't want to do that. The last thing you want to do is keep on dropping your price. What you want to do is maintain your margin and simply turn whatever you were going to consider dropping your price, whether it be 10% or 20%, that's fine. Just turn that into a value add. And I'm going to show you how to do that. Turn it into a wow factor value add. So let me just go through what creating a wow is all about. Number one, as I said, is to take their eyes off the price. I'm just referring to my laptop here if you don't mind. Number two, the whole idea is that you want to break through the clutter of about 3,000 advertising messages that we're all subjected to every day. And I've got to read these out to you because it's sometimes a little bit of a shock when I read this out. This is what we are subjected to for daytime. We're talking about TV, pay TV, freeway signage. We're talking about AM radio, FM radio. We're talking about emails, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, direct mail, and the list goes on. We are subjected to so much advertising these days that if you're just marketing on price, then good luck to break through all that clutter. What you want to do is what McDonald's have done with their Happy Meal. They've put a free toy in that Happy Meal for about the last 30 or 40 years. And guess what? There's a lot of parents and grandparents out there who will buy a Happy Meal to keep the grandkids or the children quiet, and they couldn't tell you what a Happy Meal cost. They didn't care. The free Disney toy inside the Happy Meal just kept the kids quiet in the back of the car. So they do the drive-through, give me 3 Happy Meals, I don't care what they cost, and then keep the kids quiet in the back of the car. So that's the mentality that we're talking about here. It's exactly what McDonald's have done, whereby they've taken our eyes off the price onto the free toy. Now, I want to also highlight to you that what a wow factor does is immediately catapults you to being the of your industry. And the reason is because no one else does this. No one else does this, okay? Less than 5% of all businesses in the world use direct response marketing tactics, let alone wow factor on top of that. So what my expertise is, I guess, is creating a model for you to borrow, to swipe if you like. That's what this 12-week program is all about, which is a direct response marketing model. And I'm not saying for a moment that I'm the only one in the world that pushes direct response, but I certainly am the only one in the world that pushes direct response with a wow factor mentality. And this is what this wow factor module is all about, showing you how you can put the wow factor on top of direct response marketing and how you can turn that to your advantage. Okay, the best example of this that I could come up with is Domino's 1973 on-time delivery campaign. Now, can you remember back in the 70s that every pizza chain was pretty much the same, and then Domino's came along and they said, listen, when you order a pizza from us, it'll be delivered within 30 minutes or it is free. It just catapulted them, okay, ahead of all the other pizza companies that were around at the time. It just skyrocketed their sales because it was a wow factor. They said that if you order a pizza through us, we will deliver it to you within 30 minutes, otherwise it's free. Where would you get your pizza? Where else would you get your pizza? Of course you wouldn't get it from anywhere. Whenever we order a pizza, we normally order it when we're hungry. So if you're guaranteed that you're going to get it within 30 minutes, otherwise you won't pay for it, I think there's a good chance you'd order your pizzas through those. And on my laptop here, I've got some other examples. In Australia, Harvey Norman, which is a big electronics and I guess electronics white goods retailer, they have a campaign that they've been running now for quite a number of years, and it's 2 years interest free. So they're attracting a working class audience, and they're saying, look, if you don't have the money for the washing machine or for the computer or the refrigerator, just come in, we'll give you the finance, and it's 2 years interest free. Now that creates a stampede into their business and created an absolute point of difference for their retail chain. The Greater Building Society. I looked after, providing marketing consultancy to them for about a dozen years, and I took their home loan business to the stratosphere by simply stopping the 1% honeymoon rate, which is what every bank offered on home loans, and just turning that into a wow factor bonus. And the wow factor bonus was get a home loan from the Greater, get a free holiday. Now, if you look through the written blueprint that comes with, module 3, so therefore you can download that and do that, please, after you watch this video. Then you can see all of the examples of the advertising that I did for the Greater Building Society. But when I came along, they were having a home loan that would, let's say for argument's sake, was 5.5% at the time, and they would give away 1% honeymoon rate and give you the home loan for 4.5%. And then when 12 months came up, it went back up to the 5.5%. So that was their big, attraction. That was their incentive. And I said, look, every bank's doing that. Same is lame. I mean, goodness me, every bank's doing it. So they said, well, what do we do? I said, look, if you're prepared to give up 1%, just turn that 1% into a free vacation. Now, in America, you call them vacations. In Australia, we call them holidays. So the campaign hit TV and it hit online, it hit newspapers and magazines, all the usual thing. And we said, get a home loan, get a free holiday. In other words, get a free vacation. And based on the size of their home loan, obviously dictated where they would go on their holiday. There were 200 destinations all around the world. So therefore, if you got a $400,000 home loan, you may have gone to Fiji. If you got a $700,000 home loan, you might have gone to Disneyland. Okay, so depending upon the size of your home loan, that dictated what sort of holiday or vacation you could take. Guess what? When we launched this on television and other media, in the first 3 months, they doubled their home loans. We're not talking like a 10 or 11% lift, which if anyone gets that, they feel pretty happy about themselves. We're talking about doubling. They doubled their home loans. And I wish I was charging a percentage of the home loans rather than a consultancy fee at the time, because I wouldn't have gone to Fiji. I think I would have bought Fiji. This thing just went whooshka. And all it was using the 1% honeymoon rate that they were giving away and transferring that into a free holiday. So for example, if you borrowed, let's say $100,000, a 1% honeymoon rate would be $1,000 that you got off on that first year. If it was a $200,000 loan, that's $2,000. We just gave that $2,000 to a wholesale travel company who gave a good rate on that holiday, and that was it. It was cost neutral. It didn't cost the Building Society any more money to transfer their discount into a wow factor bonus. And that's what you might like to think about. Let me give you another example, just a hair salon. If a hair salon today put a sign outside their bricks and mortar hair salon and said 10% off, do you think there'd be any women bashing the door down to get in there? Oh, 10% off? No. Groupon, the coupon people would give 50% off. So why would 10% ever work? However, let me show you how 10% off for your business can blitz anything that Groupon could offer. Can you imagine if that hair salon said, look, for every $50 that you spend, Mrs. Smith, with me, I'm going to give you a movie point, a cinema movie point. You know when you go to the picture theatre, okay? A cinema movie point for every $50. When you get 6 movie points, which meant, of course, that you've spent 6 times $50, we're going to give you 2 $15 tickets to the cinema. 2 $15 tickets to the cinema is $30. $30 of the $300 that she has spent to get her 6 points is 10%. Now, do you think when Mrs. Smith has got $150 or $200 worth of points, which would be 3 or 4 points in that program, she's going to get her hair done anywhere else? I don't think so. So it's all about creating a wow factor, not just to get their interest in the first place and create a warm prospect, but also to keep them sticky, to keep them loyal to you and to your products or services. So it's easy to just simply theme or tone your wow factor to suit your products or your services. Hope you have enjoyed this, and again, please download the blueprint and make sure that you just digest that, because there's a stack more samples in that blueprint that you can actually swipe and use for your business. Look forward to seeing you in Module 4 coming up next week. See you then.